Okay, let's sit with that number for a second. 30 times. What we're talking about here is a population explosion. Imagine a quiet, microscopic village on your skin suddenly erupting into a chaotic, overcrowded metropolis. For people with rosacea, this is the reality. It's not about if the mites are there, it's about just how many there are. And yeah, I mean, right now, as you're watching this. But before you run for the mirror, you need to understand this isn't some kind of alien invasion. These are, well, they're ancient companions. They've been living with us for so long that their DNA actually tells our story. As our ancestors spread across the globe, these mites hitched a ride, evolving right alongside us. They're like a living, microscopic shadow of our own human history. So, who are they really? Let's get a proper introduction to these unseen inhabitants, because understanding them is the first step to figuring out this incredibly complex relationship we have with them. What's so wild is that there are actually two distinct species sharing your face. They figured out how to coexist by dividing up the territory. You've got Demodex folliculorum, which kind of hangs out on the surface, living in your hair follicles. And then there's its cousin, Demodex brevis. It's a bit more of a recluse, burrowing way down deep into your oil glands. It's like a microscopic timeshare. So what's life actually like for one of these things? Well, their entire existence plays out in just a few weeks. It's this silent, incredibly fast drama unfolding right beneath the surface of your skin. A whole generation lives and dies in the time it takes for you to just go about your month. And this just shows you how fast it all happens. An egg gets laid deep in a pore. 2.5 days later, boom, it's a larva. It then powers through a few more stages over the next week, and in less than 10 days from the start, it's a full-grown adult, ready to mate and start the whole cycle over again, all in about 2 weeks. Now, for most of your life, you and your mites have a truce. They get a home, and you don't even know they're there. But what happens when that delicate balance is completely shattered? This chart, this is where everything changes. It's not about their presence, it's about their density. Healthy skin might have, 6 mites per square centimeter? But on skin with rosacea, that number just explodes to almost 180. That's the difference between a few quiet neighbors and a raging block party that's literally tearing up the neighborhood. So here's how it works. At low numbers, these mites are incredibly stealthy. They actually release chemicals to calm down your skin's immune system, basically telling your body's security guards, hey, nothing to see here, move along. But when their population explodes, that quiet whisper becomes a deafening roar. The sheer number of them overwhelms this truce, and all the alarm bells start going off. And once those alarms start ringing, your skin's defense system, it declares all-out war. And we're not talking about a small skirmish. This is a siege. The devastating results of that microscopic battlefield are what you see in the mirror. At the very heart of this war is a protein called toll-like receptor 2, or TLR2. The best way to think of it is as a microscopic tripwire. It's a silent alarm system built into your skin cells, constantly scanning for anything that shouldn't be there. And when the mite population hits that critical mass, they start tripping these alarms everywhere. So what exactly is tripping the wire? Well, it's a multi-front assault. The material their exoskeletons are made of, chitin, is foreign to your body. Their tiny claws and mouth parts cause actual physical damage. The sheer mass of their bodies can clog your pores. And, maybe worst of all, when they die, their bodies decompose inside your skin, releasing this cocktail of bacteria and waste that your immune system sees as a toxic spill. They're like microscopic bulldozers tearing through a peaceful landscape. This kicks off a devastating chain reaction. The triggered TLR2 sensors release chemical flares, cytokines. These flares scream for backup, calling in the heavy artillery of your immune system, which then floods the area. The result? A microscopic war zone. It's red, it's inflamed, it's swollen. This biological cascade is what creates the visible signs of rosacea. But here's the amazing part. Understanding this entire domino effect, from the mite overpopulation to the inflammation, has totally revolutionized how we fight back. We now have a clear target. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it. The proof is in the pudding, right? The very fact that treatments designed to kill the mites are so effective is our single strongest piece of evidence that they're a major player in this whole thing. So how do we call off the attack? Well, the strategy is basically twofold. First, you have to reduce the invading army. You do that with topical mite killers like ivermectin. Then, at the same time, you have to calm down the overstimulated immune system with anti-inflammatory agents. You take away the trigger, you tell the defenses to stand down, and the battlefield can finally start to heal. Which leaves us with a pretty profound question. After all this, are these mites really the villains? Or are they just a normal part of our personal ecosystem? Ancient companions that only become a problem when the delicate balance of our skin is thrown into total chaos. Some scientists even think they might be beneficial, helping to keep our pores clear. Maybe the real enemy isn't the mite itself, but whatever it is that allows them to take over. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to keep the lab running.